Marx. Doris Stokes, Karl Marx and Jesus Christ are all sitting in a pub in heaven. Karl Marx says, well, I'm quite pleased the way my life went. There's a big statue of me in Highgate Cemetery and people still talk about me. And Jesus Christ said, well, I'm quite pleased the way my life went. There's big statues of me everywhere and people still talk about me. And Doris Stokes said, fuck all, because she's dead. What I'll do now, I'll do you some little songs. This song's called I've Been on Television, so fuck you. I thought when I was televised, I'd get a little dose of fame. I thought that I'd be recognised. All I ever got was blamed. He came up to me and he said, I know your face. I said, you might have seen it on TV. He looked a little closer, then he staggered back a pace, then he said, Lester Pickard, when did you get free? From Liverpool to Birmingham, nobody knows who I am. Those that do don't give a damn. It looks like I am my only fan. Have you been inside a hotel bar and have somebody giving you the eye, saying, hello, sexy superstar? Well, neither have I. I hear that little Richard caked his body in cocaine and had a dozen groupies lick him clean. And though my taste is similar, it isn't quite the same with next door's dog and a tub of margarine. It isn't nice to be a man who's as sexy as a bucket of spam. And now the dog's on strike for jam. It looks like I am my only fan. I want to change the status quo. I want a chance of feeling proud. Last night I did a one-man show and found myself outnumbering the crowd. Audiences go to see a rock star sing his hits. They call out for their favourites from the past. I must have had a single out but don't remember it. I'm sure I never wrote a song called Piss Off Wanker. When I finish my programme, you'll find me in a transit van, all alone with my right hand, having sex with my only fan. His first day at school, he's helpless and he's weak. Standing in the playground, he's too terrified to speak. He starts to cry, he wets himself, and then he has a thought. This really shouldn't happen to a man who teaches sport. Humankind is finite. We are temporary. All we are returns to ash and dust eventually. In a cosmic time scale, one blink and we're gone. But the fucking royal family goes on and on and on. Fucking royal family goes on and on and on. We observe their progress from cradle to the grave. We cheer when they appear because they've worked out how to wave. Occasionally one dies, we all get upset. And straight away they give us a replacement royal get. Fucking royal family goes on and on, no sweat. They start off as princesses, then become a queen. Then become queen mothers and look gracious, dressed in green. I can't see the attraction, but let me qualify. I would let the world know if I slept with Lady Di. Fucking royal family goes on and 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 on, and this is just Elizabethan age, and on and on and on and on. Why? Oh, thank you. I'm divorced. Like most people, I mean, when you get divorced from somebody, when you get separated from someone, there's always a song It reminds you of that person and the relationship, isn't it? I mean, in our case, it was Remember the Alamo. Young Davy Crockett lay laughing and dying. Yeah, that rings a bell with me. Yeah. I may have been a bit overbearing in the relationship. I may have been, I'm not sure. I may have been a bit overbearing in the relationship. I do remember waking up one morning and finding my wife cutting my pubic hair into the shape of a swastika, which... And you learn things in relationships. I learned that it's really important to be honest in your relationship. You have to be honest from the word go. Never tell a lie. Be honest from the word go. Because I had a relationship with somebody once, and always in the initial stages of the relationship, you know, for about maybe 2 weeks, you do an awful lot of fucking. You fuck all the time, you know. You don't just get to bed and go to sleep, you fuck. And then 3 or 4 weeks into the relationship, she stopped fucking me because she had a period. And she didn't want to fuck when she had a period, so she wasn't honest with me. So what we did instead was I had oral sex. I had a blowjob instead. In the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. For about 7 days on the trot. And for the only time in my life, the first and only time in my life, I thought, I'm getting a bit bored of this. Why can't we do some ordinary fucking? You know, and then next week we started fucking again. And then later on in the relationship, about 6 months later, I asked her to give me some oral sex again, and she refused. And I said, well, why not? And she said, well, because it makes me feel sick. I said, oh, well, fair enough, but you did it before. I said, yes, but I didn't know you then. I grew up in the 60s, like a lot of people here, I suspect, particularly people who run this place. I mean, have you smelt this carpet? Well, you have no choice, really, do you? And the weird thing about the 60s was that aesthetically it began with the inauguration of Kennedy. No. It began with the assassination of Kennedy and ended with the inauguration of Nixon. And this is the period that was known as a time of peace and love. And the weird thing about the 60s is I can remember where I was when Kennedy was shot. And I can remember where I was when John Lennon was shot. But last night's a complete blank. This may have something to do with my drinking habits. I recently discovered there are people in the world who can go into a pub, have maybe a pint, maybe 2 pints, and say, okay, well, I'm off home now, see you all, and leave. How the fuck do they do that? I don't leave a pub until they tell me to. That's what I like about pub landlords in this country. They're so considerate, aren't they? At the end of the evening, they always make sure you've got a bed. Haven't you got a home to go to? Well, come and sleep with me! This is why I'm for the English licensing law, because I've been to places like Scotland, and, you know, Glasgow and Edinburgh, and there, they have pubs that stay open till 2 o'clock in the morning. And you don't want to let these people down, do you? My problem is that I've developed a taste for brandy. Brandy is evil stuff. Brandy is a really grown-up way to make yourself feel violently sick in the morning. You've seen these people who drink really pissy, wimpy drinks like bottles of scotch. And they sort of, when they're in the morning, they're like a bit like this. Brandy's not like that. Brandy, you stay still. And everything else shakes. Brandy is the only drink that when you finish the bottle of it, you think, thank God. You don't hear people saying, I've got another bottle of brandy in the cupboard. No! I also smoke. I'm a professional smoker. I smoke full time. I like smoking because with smoking I've always got something to look forward to. Now if I'm eating a meal, I think I can have a cigarette after this. If I'm having sex, I think I can have a cigarette after this. If I'm smoking a cigarette, I think I can have a cigarette after this. I smoke for religious reasons. I smoke because Christ will return at any moment now. The return of the Christ is just about due. When Christ returns, this time around, he will return at the head of an army of angels, bearing a sword, with which he will systematically slaughter every human being who's oppressed humanity since the time of the crucifixion. And if that's going to be happening, I want a fag while I'm watching it. Because I don't know which list he's got me on. It'll be interesting when Christ returns. It'll be interesting to see how the media will handle it. How will the media handle the return of the Christ? You know, ITV bidding against BBC to get him on a programme, you know, with no other rights. But I think the newspapers will be interesting. You know, there'll be a headline in the Sun, fuck off, you Jewish bastard. The Guardian would say, ethnic social worker proposes radical sweeping reforms. The Daily Mirror would say, the Maxwell I knew by Jesus Christ. But when Christ comes back, he's going to be so pissed off. He's going to be so angry. There's this mythology, you know, who killed Christ? The Jews? Bullshit. Christ was killed by the Romans. It was the Romans that killed Christ. And when he goes back 2,000 years later, what's he going to look? He's going to find this horrible, perverted religion, organised by Rome. Well, that's really going to piss him off. It wasn't enough they nailed him to a tree. They also took his product and sold it to people for the wrong reasons. Just long ago, I mean, I get angry about the Vatican, and I'm not even related to Christ. No. Not long ago, the Vatican said, it's a sin to be a homosexual, and it's a sin to wank. Well, the Vatican didn't say wank, obviously, did they? No. They said pull your plonker, I think. I can't remember what it was. I thought, what? A sin to wank? A sin? I mean, 2/3 of the world believe this shit, and they're going to feel terrible about it. A sin to have a wank? Do you think we're better way to stitch up the entire planet? A decent religious leader would say, have as many wanks as you want. And a sin to be a homosexual? Oh my God. I mean, what do homosexuals do? What do they do? That's so awful. I'll tell you what they do. I'll tell you what they do. Homosexuals get into bed with each other, and then they play with each other's bits. If you're going to get into bed with somebody and play with their bits, they have to have different bits from the bits that you've got. And you can't play with your own bits either. I ought to know, I'm the fucking Pope, but I don't play with any bits at all. The real reason why the Pope doesn't like masturbators and homosexuals is because they don't breed. Hardly at all. The Pope likes people to be Catholic and breed and make more Catholics, and they breed and make more Catholics and more Catholics and more Catholics. And all those Catholics go up to the church and give all their money to the Pope. And he spends their money on a long white dress with an artificial hand underneath. He's wanking all the time. I'm doing it and nobody else is. And I'm doing it in Latin. Veni, veni, veni.